gonna be a good day. You ready?
I'm excited.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's Jack with Jacked and Lean. I'm here with Taylor today, wellness competitor. She's in her off season right now. We're gonna be putting her through a leg day, a full leg day for wellness competitor, the Jacked and Lean way. She's been fucking training hard. She did a competition here last year, placed second in her class. It was pretty good, but she's been growing this off season. We're gonna put her through a full leg day and blow her the fuck up. So next year she takes that stage and takes a W. You ready to get it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off with glutes. Okay. And over from glutes, we're gonna go into hamstrings. Obviously you wanna grow some glutes. Glutes and hams are a big focus, right? So we'll start off with those and then we'll move into some like leg extensions and a split squat variation. And I'm gonna finish off with something super fucking special, which is a Jack original combination of like a hinge for some abductors along with like some cool like kickbacking style shit, right? I got you. I'll load all your weights today for you. I'm the weight bitch today, really? So yeah, you just gotta be, yeah. Okay. She has a little single weight today. Do you have a trouble feeling hip thrust in your glutes at all? Or is
sometimes.
Okay.
I feel like that felt all glutes.
That felt all glutes? Yeah, I mean, that, honestly, like your stance could like maybe come in like a tiny bit, maybe like a tiny bit down. But I don't want to go too far so that knees traveling over the toe because you'll feel a little more in the quad. So, and obviously you're pretty strong quad, so we don't want them to take over. Okay. Hips back just a little bit. Yeah, right now, feet back just a smidge, right there. Yeah, there you go, that's perfect. As you come down, you're about kind of exploring the range with the glutes. Feel the back side of your hips like opening up, almost like a parachute. Okay. Catching loads, you're not just folding, you're sinking through the backside. Good. I think one mistake people make when they're training glutes is they just want to fucking hip thrust the world. Yeah. Like thinking like, oh, if I throw more weight on the bar, like I'm gonna grow bigger glutes. Yeah, and I just really don't think that's the case. That tension leaves where you want it to be working at all for even a fucking second, that rep's not worth doing. Okay. Real, let's do it. Up, stay, good, one, let's go. Come on. Wait, no, I'm a big fan of like a little bit moderate to higher reps. Still want to progress the load, but like I said, if that shit's like ever leaving the glutes, it's not worth doing the rep. And I think at lower reps, it's just easier to like fuck that up, right? So today, we're gonna be doing like 2 to 3 sets per exercise. The glutes are the big focus for Taylor this off season. And so that's why we're starting with them. And I'm pushing a little bit more volume to those for like this full leg day. If she had a more quad dominant day, obviously we would do a little more volume towards the quads. But today we're starting with the glutes to emphasize just like her energy and output early in the workout. And then as we go through it, like when we get to her quads, since that's not a big focus part, I'll be pulling the volume back just a little bit. So blitz the glutes early and hard, and then taper as the workout goes on. To the backside, opening up, catching attention. There you go, let's go. A big thing when you're training glutes, as you come down, I like to imagine the backside of your pelvis like opening up as you get into this flexion. A lot of people keep their ass like super tight the whole time, usually because they're using too much load. I call it the oh shit moment, where they're like, oh shit, and they're coming down, everything's fucking tight, and they can't like actually sink through the target tissue. So if you lighten the load a little bit, let that backside open up as you come down and think about like a fucking parachute catching the tension, and you kind of just like squeeze and ride it back through. You'll have more consistent quality contractions through the set. This is like fucking doing the set, getting a pump, and then sitting on your ass. And it's like, I can't get comfortable. So when you fail, I'm gonna strip this 25, and we're gonna do 1 1/4 reps off the top. So you're gonna come all the way down, up, down quarter, up, down. Okay. Boom. Okay, I'll cue you again there, but no more reps to fail. One more. Down, hips through, hips through. There you go, good, okay? All right, 1 1/4 off the top, okay? So all the way down. Up, good, now come on down half, right there, up, good, yep, all the way down. It's gonna fucking burn, come on, Taylor. Up, up, good, come down quarter, right there, up, good, good, yeah. Okay. Good shit. So because she's deep in her off season, having food and everything else, it's okay to do a little extra volume at the end, like a little finisher. I don't think you need it all the time, but just enough to like make sure that muscle's fucking cooked, right? Especially on a target body part you're trying to grow. I do think there's a little more benefit to like, you need to smash it into oblivion, but like push it just a little bit further than something else you're just trying to maintain. Abductions next door. Plus by training the glutes this early in the lift, everything else is gonna be on. So that way it's like easier for her to feel it on fucking every other move, right? When it comes to training the upper outer glutes, there's this like abduction, external rotation type motion. And then there's this kind of like extension at like a 45-degree or even a little more direct abduction motion that you need to train the upper outer glute. So for someone who wants more mass there, I typically like to do something kind of like an abduction machine type motion early in the lift, and at the end, finish out with more of like a kickback at like a 45-degree angle. I don't like doing that super early on because I find that people just connect with it better when the glutes are already like pumped and full. This usually gets them going early on and together creates like a really well-rounded glute workout. So in this one, think about a little pressure before you actually go. Grab the upper outer glute and then just slide it out. Let's go. Yeah, that's fucking perfect. Nice. Her legs are fucking huge. Your legs are crazy. Last one. One more. That's a great range. One more. Okay. Down. Rest. I'm gonna take down. I should take the weight down just a little bit. Did you feel how on that one you kind of got into that like oh shit position a little bit? Because you can feel that load right away in your body. Like, how am I gonna leverage myself to get the weight moving? So trying to build the glutes, like that's not exactly what we want. Now you get under like a heavy squat and there's a little bit of a like, now I got some tension because I gotta sit in my hips, right? But in this case, you were actually extending. And so what might help you at this very end position, it was gonna take away a little bit of tension up in this position. So keep that rib down just a little bit. I took off a little bit of weight. And like what you did on warm-ups, that was perfect. Like that nice, almost like you're pushing into the end position, like squeezing through it versus just kind of like, yeah, trying to get it out there, right? Same range every rep. Let's go. Yep. That's it. Good. Three of those. Here we go. Here's one. Yep. I don't think people realize how hard you need to train your legs as like a wellness competitor. Like, everyone's like, train your legs, but it's like, you gotta fucking train them, right? Like, well, there you go. Slide it through. Yes. There you go. Let's go. Again. No, these are the ones that matter right here. Let's go. There you go. Two. Yep. That's it right there. One more. Get it. Stick it. Yes, there you go. Down. Rest. Good. You drink?
Yes, please.
Look at that. The full service experience. The Jack Deline experience. It's like I've always changed the weights for all like when I train because I'm like, you're the one fucking training.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But put it back in your bag. Yep. Then I get them mixed up. She has her super juice in there or something. I don't know. Slide out. Stick it. There you go. Okay, come on down. Go. Yep. There you go. Gonna be a hinge motion. Okay. So what you're gonna do in this, you're gonna walk right up to the bar. I actually want your feet kind of like under the bar a little bit. So it's almost like that bar is like almost hyperextending your knees just a little bit. You're gonna let it just rest in your quads. And you're gonna shift your weight so it's in your toes. And then automatically my hips kind of like pick up a little bit, right? Now that weight is right basically underneath my belly button. And we're gonna hold some dumbbells. And I'm just gonna come down, almost like I'm trying to go towards the tops of my shoelaces there. My hips are rotating up, okay? My hamstrings are on stretch now. I'm not sitting back into my glutes like a normal kind of like RDL like people would do. So I want you to let this, I call it the shift and lift. So you shift to toes and you lift the pelvis and you let it tip and you're gonna sink through that hamstring. And then as you come up, you keep everything tucked and finish through. Okay, and through, boom, give me money. There you go, up, now scoop the hips through. There you go, that's perfect, don't change a thing. Yep, give me one more. Good, there, up and through. Boom, yeah, down. You feel that?
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
It is nice with the bar there.
Yeah, it just allows you like a little like anchor.
Yeah.
Because otherwise a lot of people do is, especially because they just do it too fucking heavy, but they kind of like sit in their heels and they do this.
Yeah.
Again, kind of, oh shit, wait, so their glutes are already fucking on like and squeeze. The bar's falling away, so they get in their low back, start training their hamstrings. If you want more hamstring out of any hinge or like a hyper even, you gotta like let the arches kind of melt into the ground, keep your weight in your toes and like really like lift the hips and let it over. You just don't wanna slip it into your low back.
Yeah.
And then as you come up, it's a bit more of a like pulling through into extension versus a big arc up, right? It's kind of just sliding back up your legs.
That makes sense.
Cool? All right, let's do it. Feel out the bottom right there. Up and through. Up, stick. That's it. One more. Oh, feel the stretch, feel the stretch, feel the stretch. Let the quads melt into the pad. Now ride it through. Come on, Taylor. There you go. Good. Down. I love hamstrings. Everyone always gives hamstrings a sloppy seconds, and I fucking love giving them their due. Come on, couple. Really feel those hamstrings elongating. Let the pelvis tip. There you go. That's it. Yep, come on. Yep. Give me one more. Toes down, lift the hips here now. Lift them up. There you go. That's it. There you go. Roll it through and down. There you go. Shaking like a leaf.
Yeah.
We're just talking about like tension, and she's like, I feel like I'm feeling my mind muscle connection a little bit better. And the number one thing of that is just like better exercise selection. Position yourself well, like a good setup of a machine will automatically make it easier to feel. The third thing is intent, and it's not just moving slow. A lot of people can move slow, but again, they're like fucking this. And like, that's not mind muscle connection, right? It's like this rhythmic flow, like knowing how your tension, it's like a wave in my mind, like how it shifts. And that doesn't mean it has to be off or on all the time. It can be distributed like however the fuck you need it to keep it where you want it, right? But you have to be very in tune with like each inch, and that inherently ends up meaning a little bit slower reps, but you don't just get tension by moving slower in general. Stick that shit. One more. Come on now. Let them go. There you go. Up. Stick it. Fuck yeah, down. Good. One more. Wait, Ryan, right down the legs. Keep it tight. Come on now. Keep it tight. There you go. Up. That's it. And down. Good.
How are you determining the volume for each client throughout the week?
Yeah. So volume is not as individual as everyone thinks. Sure, you want to skew a little bit based on what someone's trying to prioritize and the recovery demands. But I think volume is most importantly determined by the unique angles of loading and the functions of each muscle. So you need to break down each muscle group into all the different angles you want to train and allocate volume, adequate volume for each of those angles. And then make sure that hits a total amount across the week. And so what I'm doing is I'm just looking at the division that the person's training and their goals, and I'm making sure that we are allocating enough volume per angle to grow. People avoid those end ranges of motion with tension because they want too much load, or they're too fucking tight to explore it. But if you can like sink through it, keep tension, and then fucking go, that's bodybuilding, the stretch, the squeeze, right? And I almost want your feet like they are, just kind of slightly turned in. And as you come up, you're gonna just roll that even just a little bit more, okay? So as you come up, yeah, turn your, in. There you go. Feel that contraction there, especially on the outer? Yep. Yeah, stick. That's perfect. Up, stick. There you go. Good, nice. Good. So one consideration of volume, it's not just per muscle, right? Because you can't just train infinite sets in every workout and grow. You're gonna at some point have a cap on the amount someone can handle in a workout. Not just per muscle group, but total number of sets. So like I said at the start, Taylor has pretty good fucking quads. I can tell she connects with them really easy. So we're gonna just 2 sets here and 2 sets on a squat press type motion. We've driven more sets for the target body part she's trying to grow, so that way she can still get through the whole workout. She'll be a little zapped at the end, but also this isn't your target body part, so I'm okay sticking at the end a little bit because she'll still get a lot out of it, a little, right? Yeah, this is so much fun, bro. I love this shit. Show winning legs. Let's go. That's what we're working for. Good. Yep. Good. 3. Those reps are in there if you fucking want them. Let's go. There you go. Good. Yeah. How's that feel? Good. Where do you feel it? Yep.
The outer quad.
Perfect. This girl knows how to work. Last one. Up. That's it. Good shit. Right there. Yep. Center yourself. Okay. In through nose. In through nose. Blow it out. Good. Good. Do one deep breath and just hit it. There you go. There's one more quick superset. I'm not going to take you a lot of volume. I want to show you. Normally, I think that's fucking plenty, right? We got 3 sets of abductors with the finisher, 3 sets of hip thrusters with the finisher, leg, like, that's plenty. But I want to show you something just for fun, that when you're doing like a glute, more glute focused day, you can do, especially for the upper outer glutes, okay? So a little extra fun. Yeah. This is actually gonna be like a killer finisher for like right where you want some mass, okay? So what we're gonna do is you're gonna line up your foot here with kind of like a line, like this little thing, and align with the handle. And grab the handle with your opposite hand. Put your working side arm on this post, okay?
Okay.
So a single arm. Now, as you stand up here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna let that foot drop back, and you're gonna reach down and across, feeling this upper outer glute here, stay high, you're gonna feel it stretching. And then you're gonna extend your hips through at the top, okay? Boom, okay? So really kind of let it sink through. Yeah, down, okay, other side. Yeah, crazy, right?
It feels really nice with like supporting.
Yep. It's just, and we don't get much of like this rotation in anything else we do.
Yeah.
And everything, people most of the time, they do like squats, maybe they do a little abduction, but it's in very specific planes. This wrapping and rotating will help to like really stretch and open, and I think that creates full rounded muscles. Yep. Nice, one more. Go. Hips, nice, down on your right side, okay? And I want your body like folding over the pad here, okay? Yep, just lie down on your side.
With this in front?
Yeah, yeah, get up on the pad. There, yeah, like that, there you go, yep. Now, what we're gonna do is just kind of let this shit like fucking, like this. Okay, now, what you're gonna do is keep your toe turned in like this. And I want you to rotate your hip a little bit this way. Boom, that way you're lined up right with that glute. As you come up, your body's gonna wanna do this. I want you staying rolled over, like your hips are more towards the pad, a little more. Right there, yeah. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be the weights. I want you to let this fucking leg hang down and stretch through, and you can come up and back. There you go, like that, yep. Let it stretch. Good. Slide right to the upper outer glute. It's like a kickback. A little more up and back towards me. Good, keep the hip rolled, There you go. Right, that's what we want right there. That's perfect. Yep. Yeah, so you can also do this with like an ankle cuff, and you can loop a weight through like a chain, and then you can just kind of fucking ride in that line. But the gravity's acting as the resistance, okay? So leg out of the way here, other way with the leg. There you go. Yep. Let the pelvis roll a little bit towards the pad. There you go. Let that toe turn in. Nice, okay? Now slice up and back. Right there. Good. Yep. Now let that pelvis roll. Let it stretch. There you go. How'd that feel? Yeah. Isn't that brutal? Yeah. Yeah. Just one more way to like just fucking crush that. Yeah. Those fucking legs. Your leg's like too fucking pumped right now. Good? Good. Good job today. Cool. Any questions on anything? No? Well, all right, guys, that's a wrap for a wellness leg day with Jack and Lean and Taylor. Stay tuned for more videos on how you can get more jacked and lean.